KCAA, where every day is a great day.
The doctor is in. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show with host Deborah Lee. Deborah has been practicing, teaching, and perfecting the personal prophecy card reading method for 20 plus years. This life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. This inspiring show will help you never feel helpless in life or love ever again. Now, here's your host, Deborah Lee.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our pre-Christmas show. Yay! We are all set, and if you can see us on Facebook Live, or if you are watching us via the podcast on KCAA Radio, you are seeing that we are rather festive this evening. Lauren, riding shotgun as usual, has her, what have you got on?
I have reindeer antlers on.
Yeah, and she looks adorable. And then behind us, we have one of Santa's most popular elves. That would be Kyle. And he may be whipping us up something a little later as the chef on call. We'll talk to you about that further on in the show. For those of you that are new and just joining us, the rest of our gang knows that I use an ordinary deck of playing cards. It's the method my grandmother taught me to psychically perceive the future, but that's not where it ends. From there, we're able to literally make changes through choice and change to make the future everything that we want it to be, or to at least be able to weather whatever is actually going to come our way that we are not able to change its impact. Let's put it that way. So we're going to get started. Please, we hope that you'll call us. Lauren will give you the phone number in a minute. And we are going to give you free on-the-air readings. Now, folks that are joining us on the Psychic Love Doctor Show page on Facebook Live, bear in mind that those who do call in are going to take priority on the readings, so we'd love to have you join us. Now, you might be wondering, what? Okay, give our number first, and then we'll go forward.
That number is 909-792-5222. Please call us.
Now, we would like to know, what is your stress level as we are, well, kind of mere hours from that big extravaganza where the children are going ape wild, we'll say.
Yes.
Where good
save.
Ape wild, where the parents are practically laid out under the Christmas tree from too much spiked eggnog and whatnot. And some of the relatives are imbibing a little too much of this, that some of those traditional family rumbles start getting going. Ooh.
If you can't get saucy during the holidays, when can you get saucy? I want to, yes.
True. However, it is a bit traumatic for children to see Christmas trees being fired out the front door. I have witnessed this. Presents being chucked into the snow if you happen to live in that sort of climate. Tell you, it does put a bit of a damper on the whole Christmas experience.
My favorite part is when my aunt comes out of the kitchen, she goes, "I burnt the rolls!" Every year, without fail. The rolls always end up getting burnt. We're like, oh, well, we have no bread now, do we?
Oh, I would love burnt food. I do. The only thing I can't eat that's burnt is spaghetti sauce.
That's weird.
When it's scorched, it's really bad.
It is bad.
So, look, we already got someone standing in the wings for us. Thank you so much, Danielle from Texas. You just took a load off our minds, thinking how we were going to kick things off. So, welcome, Danielle.
Hello.
How are you, darling?
Good. I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Well, trying to really get in the spirit. And it's a little hard when you're out there climbing over bodies like at Walmart and Harris Teeter, and you know what I mean? There's so much chaos out there. It's a battlefield. It really is.
Finding a parking spot.
So tell us, Danielle, how are you with getting ready for Christmas? How are things with your relationship? Is it on? Is it off? Where are we?
It's going good. Last week when I called, you said there was going to be like a conversation over text, and there was. He texted me yesterday he was like just being really flirty and like nice, and he was like, "Do you think there's a chance of us getting back together?" and stuff like that. And he was like,
Look at that.
But yeah, so that was really good.
Aw,
That's
yay.
wonderful. You know, the holidays, nothing really puts a spring in a young man's pants. I mean,
Oh my God.
that was really oopsie. But you know what I mean. It really, like, gets their heart a-fluttering and they start...
It really puts them into the spirit of things.
Yeah, so I was glad whenever Isaac reached out to me and he was talking about that.
So tell me, Danielle, what would you like me to tell you it from the cards today?
Just to see, I guess to see what the cards say for me and Isaac and how moving forward would be, I guess.
Did you get that, co-host?
One more time, Danielle.
Just to see what the cards say for me and Isaac moving forward.
Okay. So what? Moving forward with her and Isaac, what do you see?
All right, I am now laying out your cards, and for all of you that don't know, I don't just do a quickie 1 or 2 or 3 card pull. I actually lay out a full 24 card layout so that we're able to see the entire picture relating to your life and where you're standing right now. So if you were to have a private consultation with me, this is the layout that we would be using. Go ahead, my dear.
So Danielle, have you and Isaac made any plans as far as like the holidays go? Are you going to hang out anytime soon?
We just plan to, we're getting each other Christmas gifts, but he works on Christmas. So we just talked a little bit about that. But last week, and I guess like a couple of times, Deborah's been saying there's like marriage or engagement on his mind. So,
Okay.
yeah, so I was just like...
Yes, and I'm still seeing that that's in your path. Now, a lot of guys like to spring this over Christmas. I mean, why else are all those Zales and who else? He went to Jared and all those other... I mean, there and this whole thing of the 3 months of salary... I don't think so. Do you?
A lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
If a
girl only cares about the size of the rock, you know, I mean, I know that you say size matters, but I really think if she loves you, I think you can go with a respectable, what would it be, like a third of a carat?
Remember,
I just think
De Beers that invented that.
They did.
It depends.
2 months salary. There's no basis behind it all except they said that.
Okay.
Some of them look goofy, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I want to tell you that you are definitely on the right track, Danielle. I am seeing that this conversation has really opened a door for you and for Isaac. Now, the best way that I feel to follow through is, from what I see in your cards, it would be lovely for the two of you to take a little bit of a road trip. Just for, say, the afternoon or early evening. Go look at the Christmas. They have Christmas lights in California, don't they? Texas. That's well, kind of the same thing, but maybe not.
The West.
But it's showing that if the two of you engage in something where you're in the car, you're chit-chatting, you're looking at things, it's going to really set the ball in motion that you and he could live like this as husband and wife. And I definitely feel that you have... Was that you, hon?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I just wanted to say I really think that things are going to really heat up now. So here's the thing. Now, we got some men in the audience tonight. Guys, do you always want to have control? Do you want the woman to be a bit hesitant, where she's not leading you? You're basically feeling as if you're leading her, but in essence, she is still leading you.
I think I understand the question that you're asking here. It's a tough one for me to answer. I would say that it's a yes or no. Yes.
For instance, if she were to throw her arms around his neck and say, "Oh, Isaac, I love you so much, I want to marry you," would that send him rushing to the hills?
Yeah, I'd say possibly, but at the same time, it depends on where he is.
Depends
Right.
on-
If they had the conversation about me, if it just comes out of nowhere, yeah, he's gonna be like, sorry, I missed that. When did we talk about this?
Like
Well-
the second date, he's gone.
Yeah,
Right.
Danielle, I really think that you are doing the right things by engaging in conversation with him, letting him feel more confident about where you are. Then you watch and see. I am seeing a huge upswing for the first of the year that by Valentine's Day, now if he doesn't pop the question at Christmas, Valentine's Day, don't you think?
I like it.
Oh, wow.
I like it too.
that.
So, Danielle, I hope this gives you a little something to go on now. And of course, we'd love for you to check in with us next Friday.
I will.
We're going to do our annual Christmas wishes and New Year's dreams. It's really about New Year's dreams. But we also want to find out, did you get what you wished for Christmas? And if not, what can be done to make that happen? So,
Okay.
hope you'll join us, hon. Merry
I will.
Christmas
Thank
to you.
Merry Christmas. Y'all have
Oh,
a good
thank
Christmas.
you.
Bye, Danielle.
Bye-bye. And we are
Bye-bye.
going to move right on.
Yes.
I like hearing about Danielle. It's like a never-ending
It is.
soap opera.
It
It is. Well,
Danielle and
story.
Isaac, yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Anne from Texas. How are you doing, Anne? And what can we
Anne.
help you with? Anne?
Hello, Anne.
Did we lose Anne?
We might have lost her.
All right.
Hello?
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes.
All right, Anne. What
Hello,
can we help
Anne.
you with?
I'm sorry?
What can we help you with this evening?
Oh, I was just calling to get an update on my relationship. I've been seeing Mike for a while, and Deborah also said that there was engagement and marriage in my card, so just want to see if it's still there, because the holidays are coming around, and I have a birthday around the corner, too, so.
Yay! Dun dun dun.
That sounds wonderful.
Everyone's
my
getting
birthday's New
married.
Year's Eve. So,
I feel like
All
everyone's like
right.
Oprah when they give away his cards. You're getting married. You're getting married. We're all getting married.
You know, it just goes to show how much potential we really have in terms of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
So many times people think, well, it's just this little tiny bit of something, but it's huge. It's the size of the universe. There's really nothing we can't ask for that won't be received by us in one form or another. The question is, are you dreaming? Are you asking? Are you manifesting?
Mm.
So let me get busy on Anne, her
All
cards.
right, Anne.
So, Lauren, I'm turning the con over to you.
So, Anne, going with our Christmas theme, I have a question while she's doing that. What has been your worst Christmas gift ever? Or present?
my worst Christmas gift was last year from Mike. And he
And
just
what
gave
was
me,
it?
It was,
What was it?
well, he gave me a pair of overalls, and because and a little bitty stuffed animal that I think says a little prayer, a nightly prayer. And that was a real surprise.
Now, were the overalls for? Was that to go out and
Well,
pitch some hay, or, what were you going to do? Build a garage?
What do you get for the girl as everything? The answer is probably overalls. She probably doesn't have overalls.
That sounds really sweet.
Well, yeah, and he's always giving me jewelry, so that was a real surprise. You know.
I imagine it was. Now, what was your reaction like?
Oh, he could probably read my face, but I was trying to be, thankful it was a nice gift or whatnot, but I'm sure he could read my face.
Was it something like this? Oh! Overalls! I have many
I
overalls.
love it.
What's in the pocket?
All right. Thank
Well, let me
you.
ask you, Anne, do you have a gift already picked out for him?
I do.
It sounds very special just from the way you said that.
Oh yes, I put a lot of thought into my gift.
Well, that is wonderful. I am seeing, though, in your reading, a very, very special stocking stuffer for him. She should make him a... Bless you, darling. Was that ever cute?
Thank you.
That was a mouse sneezing. A really special little coupon book.
A coupon book of
all kinds of sweet treats.
What was that?
Not
I
all
could
of
give him
them
a coupon book.
sexy.
Some naughty and some nice.
Yes.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, and you know, this
Okay, well, I have-
also helps men to turn more away from the what would you call it, the ordinary or the overall gifts, we call it that, to
I like
think
that.
a little bit more sensuously, more romantically. So that's just a little thought there. Maybe some
I have a
breakfast in
couple days
bed,
left, so.
Foot rub.
a foot rub, back
Win one
massage,
argument, no questions asked. That's a
Right.
favorite one.
Kisses all day long.
kisses all day long.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
for
she
too
gets
much.
our drift.
Asking for
Right.
Gluteus
Well, I have a
maximus
couple days
rub.
left.
Oh, yes.
Oh my
Clean
God.
house for a day.
And
Oh,
if he likes a little naughty, maybe he needs a spanking. So on that note, I do want to tell you that I feel this relationship is going to keep evolving, moving forward.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
that man is adoring you on so many levels. Friendship, companionship, every other type of way involving intimacy and meshing. I mean, this is a great relationship.
like Velcro.
Yes,
Great.
just like Velcro.
I'm sorry, fucking lubricate.
So you just watch and see. I'm getting a resonance about the month of March as being super
Okay.
special. So
Okay.
in the meantime, I hope that you and he have a wonderful, memorable holiday season together. Try not to have too high of expectations. Sometimes we women set ourselves up for disappointment. You know,
Mhm.
and the TV does this to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with all these fantastical Christmas mornings and
Preach it.
yeah, you know,
Lifetime Network
pajamas
should be
and
banned.
stuff.
what should?
The Lifetime Network.
Oh, yeah, if you watch a little too many Hallmark movies, you could really set yourself up for a big kaboom. But in your case, I really think this relationship may not be moving as quickly as you would like it to. But practice a little patience. It's taking him a little. The emotions
Yes.
for him are so overwhelming. He never expected to feel as much as he is feeling toward her.
I get that.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
So hang in there. I hope you'll call us again. And
Okay.
we'll take a good look at the new year for you next week during our show of Christmas wishes and New Year dreams.
Yay!
Okay, thank you very
Thanks a lot,
much.
Ann.
Bye.
All right. Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have Becky from New York. How are you doing, Becky?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? I'm right here.
Hi, Becky. How are you this fine evening?
I'm great.
You're cranky?
No, I'm good. I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
Said great.
That's
I
better.
thought you
okay.
said freaky.
I thought you said freezing.
Are you freezing?
No, it's warm in New York for once.
Yeah, it's warm here in Virginia Beach, too.
It was 62 degrees. That's the heat wave.
We're sweating in our ugly Christmas sweaters. All right.
Well, Becky, tell us, what can we do for you in a reading this evening?
All right. The same old question. Do you see anyone shortly in my future?
Hey, now that's a good question. That allows yourself to put that out for the universe to respond in kind. Or, as I like to put it, to let the old cards lead the way. So,
All right. All right. So while she does that, I'm going to ask you a question. What
Mhm.
was your worst Christmas gift?
My worst Christmas gift?
Have you gotten any bad Christmas gifts?
You know, I don't think so.
No?
I can't
no
think of
funny
even one.
ones?
Some fun. No, I don't know. I guess I'm boring. No, nothing.
No, that's okay. That's okay. People like you,
Yeah.
Becky. I one time got a ceramic clown. So
Which is creepy in itself.
it is creepy. So I think maybe more than the gift giver, it seems like maybe it says something about me that someone wanted to get me a ceramic clown. So I'm finding out about myself, Becky.
Okay, good.
Well, Becky, I've got some very good news for you.
Oh, God.
You have an entire huge shift coming to your life in the first of the year. Let's just get
Yay.
through all these holidays. Christmas isn't for everyone, especially those of us that are by one now instead of by two. It can be a little lonely and it can really take a toll. But if we just work our way through it, for instance, I often think about all of our deployed service members that are in the Navy, the Air Force, the Army. They're not going to be home for months. Some from here just left, a day or two ago. So there are lots of people around us that have it way worse in a sense, but they're getting through it and we can. And I want you to know that in the first part of the year, we're going to say January, February, into March, you are going to be with some friends of yours and be introduced to the new love of your life.
Awesome.
It's a gift that is slow in coming, but it's coming. And
Cool.
oh my goodness, this is going to put a whole new spin on the future for you. And it's the kind of relationship that you're going to feel very comfortable. This is somebody that isn't all that smooth. You know how sometimes they just think they're all that and they don't realize that all that smoothness is really a turnoff. I've always kind of liked the guy that his hands were a little sweaty.
You like
and
the goofy dude.
Yeah, a goofy dude. Yeah, goofy dudes are good dudes. You're going to see in this new love everything that you've been wanting. So in the meantime, what you need to do is get a very new positive point of view.
Okay.
That you are not going to live your life alone. You've learned some important lessons through being your own individual and all, but it's time for you to find your true mate. So that is coming. I can't wait to hear from you, to have you call us and say, guess what? And we'll be so happy, won't we?
Absolutely.
So you watch
Thank
and
you,
see
guys.
good things in the
appreciate
first
it.
part of the year for you.
All right, good.
Yay,
All right, honey.
Becky.
You have a
you.
wonderful Christmas, and
You
please
too.
call
Merry
us.
Christmas. I will call you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Becky.
Ooh, she's got nice cards.
Yay.
That's
Oh,
good. That's nice to hear.
It is.
Coming forward like that, yeah.
And look, okay, well, first, we've got some others waiting in the wings, but we are going to...
pause for a station ID.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292 FQ Riverside, and K293 CF Moreno Valley.
Joan from Virginia coming aboard.
Hello, Joan.
Hi, how are you? I think I'm right up the
Joan.
road from you in Chesapeake, Virginia. Hello?
Hey, you're not far from us at all.
We're neighbors.
I'm not.
Yes, we work out of the Healing Fountain in Virginia Beach on Independence Boulevard. So if
Oh,
you're ever
okay.
in the neighborhood, do just pop in. We'd love to see
Well,
you. Now, what can we do for you this evening, Joan?
Well, I've been divorced since 2012 and pretty much been alone since then. I try and get out, but most of my friends are married. I've stayed away from the dating site. I do go to sporting events. I love football, baseball, so I like things that you would think guys would be at. But I just haven't met anyone, and I just want to know. I'm ready to meet someone. I'm ready to have a relationship.
All right. I love the question. I think we're going to put our cards out and see what the future holds.
All right, Joan. So, what kind of person do you picture being with?
Someone honest. Haven't
Yeah.
found that yet. And that's very. I'm just the type of person that rather hear the truth than something you think I want to hear.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, sometimes men have a little trouble with that.
They can. And sometimes when they don't, it's not as much fun as you thought it might be. Sometimes people say everything that they want to say. Have you run into that, Ted?
Yes, I have. And how about you, Joan?
Mostly the few times that I have, had a short-term relationship, I've just been lied to so much, and I always find out. It's just, I don't go into anyone's stuff, but it's intuition. I just know, and it ends up coming out. So
You are highly intuitive. I see that in your reading. You have a really good, she's got a really good compass when it comes to people. And she knows when somebody's BSing her. And that, I think, is one of your best traits, Joan. I really do.
Well, thank you.
I want to say to you that you have many prospects that involve your network of friends. You may not think that it's there, but you have potential to be introduced to someone. Now, you said you like going to, did you say baseball games?
Yes, baseball, football. I go to a lot of the ODU games.
Oh, you're a dream come true for a sports-minded guy. Oh, my gosh. So many of the rest of us really aren't into that, and we just sort of suffer through it or drink too much beer.
Right.
But I really feel you're going to meet somebody, and it'll be, let's see, sooner than you expect. And I'm a little hazy on the time frame. Usually I get a real strong sense. But what I'm feeling is that it's going to happen so serendipitously. How's that for a word?
I love
Serendipitously.
It's like drizzling caramel on ice cream.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's going to happen when you aren't looking your best. Maybe you got your hair like pulled up under a cap. And it will be the real you. And that is going to be so charming. There's a lot of women running around in this world where everything about them seems fake.
Mm-hmm.
They got the fake face and the fake, bosoms and fake bottoms. And where's the realness? They primp and they're, everything's about beautification. And how does a guy get through all of that?
Personality.
Right,
It shows in their personality.
What you see is what you get with me. Everything's real on me.
I love that. And it's going to take a very special person entering your life to recognize all that. So if you haven't had many prospects until now, just think of it this way. All the losers that you've been managing to avoid. You don't need it. You don't want it. You're not having it. So I definitely feel that this is going to knock your socks off. Oh, handsome isn't even the word for it. I want to say something like, well, you younger folks would know. George Clooney-ish. I don't know. Who's the handsomest man in Hollywood these days?
I don't know. I like a Benicio del Toro, or I don't know.
I feel like I'm rough in the face, don't you?
I like it. You know what?
Joan,
I like a lot of things.
Joan, how about you? What is your flavor? I mean, you're going to get it, so we may as well know what it is.
A Zac Efron.
No, I'm 55. I go for the old, not older. I don't want too much older than me, but I go. I want someone in their 50s, not someone way younger or way older.
No, and I agree with you. The young ones, well, we don't want to be teachers, right? And we want a man to know what he's doing. And
Absolutely.
He's very refined
and I am
and
a
classy
teacher in
and
real life,
cultured.
but
Well, you, honey, just remember, you're only just getting started. I'm turning 62, and I feel still like I'm 25 inside. So you're just getting started. I think it's the best part of life in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Because now is when you can make yourself happy. You're not at the caboose on your own life's train. You are up in front with the engineer, and you are telling him where to send that train.
Ooh, I have a person you can look up. His name is Lieb Schreiber.
Ooh.
And he, I believe, is 52. And he is probably the most attractive person. Yes, he is. Our audience member is disagreeing with me, but their point is not valid. He is super attractive.
He's too clean for me.
One question.
He's too clean.
One question for you, Joan.
Schindler's List.
Are
Okay.
you considering moving?
oh my gosh, yeah, I'm being forced to move. My ex took me to court this year, and my house is up for sale.
Well, let me tell you, one thing I do see is your ex is really going to pay a price for this, because this is not good karma. I mean, to what he's doing, I'm seeing it's out of pure anger to get back at you, to hurt you. And you know what? Don't give him that, because this is going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. I see a brand new, wonderful, wonderful place for you to move to. Once all of this dirty, nasty stuff from him is behind you, but it is here, and this is going to boomerang you into a beautiful new future. Sometimes change comes at us this way. Sometimes it's almost as if a building has to burn down to get us out of there, to get us propelled into the new future that's waiting for us. And this is all going to come to pass. You're going to find that ex is going to live to regret this. You don't just go out and hurt people. You know, it's a bad way to be. He's going to learn some very big lessons from this. And I would not be surprised that there will come a day that he stands at your door or calls you or in some way contacts you and asks you to forgive him. Then that's up to you. That's an appointment with your own higher power.
Right.
A lot of times we can forgive only to let ourselves off that hook.
Don't forgive. Never forgive. Never forget.
I won't. It put me at absolute rock bottom last May through August. Absolutely.
Well,
but
you know, your
I've got good
life
friends
is going
and
to
family,
get
so-
really happy. You've been through a lot of negative and, you know, distressing times, but things are going to switch. You watch and see. I am a
thank
firm
you so
believer
much.
that you're looking at a brand new life and a wonderful man, the kind you really deserve. Yep.
Thank you. That is so good to hear. Thank you so much.
Now you call us again. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Well, I've tried to call before. This is the first time I've gotten through. I watch you all the time on Facebook.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you. And remember, a very happy New Year is waiting for you.
Thank you. Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Yay.
It's always nice to hear.
It is. What's our time like? Okay, so we're still way good.
Yep.
We're doing great, and we've got Deanna from Canada. How are you doing, Deanna?
Hello.
Hi. Glad to hear from you. What part of Canada are you from?
I'm in Alberta.
Oh, Alberta.
Yeah.
Beautiful area, but cold, isn't it now?
Yes, it's very cold. Lots of snow.
Oh, well, we've had lots of rain, but I think we'll just stick with our rain. Yeah, snow here doesn't do well. We've got too many Southerners that they don't know how to drive. You know, they roll up the town for days. So we're happy to hear from you, Deanna. What can we do for you in terms of a reading?
Well, I've been kind of seeing this guy for about a month now.
Okay.
And he's not quite ready for a relationship, and he kind of sends mixed signals. Like we spend a lot of time together, and I'm just wondering, like, is he ever going to be ready?
This is awesome for you to bring this to the personal prophecy method of perceiving the future, because it is indeed a very distinct reality that we are able to find out what makes people tick, those who are in our lives. It's almost as if there's a big zipper on the top of their head, and we can unzip and take a look. So this method is really going to tell you what his intentions are, what he's thinking, feeling, and I think it's good insight to have so that she can make appropriate decisions for herself. All right, give me a moment here.
Yeah,
Now loading Deborah's wonderful insight. So, are you excited for the holidays, Deanna?
Not really. We've had a lot of loss in the past few months, so it's not a very...
A lot of loss?
Yes.
Well, I know that feeling myself. I'm having a real struggle. trying to be somewhat in the spirit, having lost my husband very recently. So
Yes, I'm
I
so
can
sorry for your
relate.
loss.
For some of us, this is a tough time of year.
Absolutely. But it sounds like you have an exciting new relationship, so hopefully that'll make things a little bit better if we see some good things here.
Okay, here's what I feel has made him somewhat hesitant, Deanna. He is convinced in his mind that there's another guy. Was there recently another boyfriend for you, or someone that he thinks is hitting on you, or he's got some kind of crazy idea that you are just spending time with him so you don't have to be alone, but that you're really interested in someone else?
No, there's nobody else. He's the only one I'm seeing right now.
Well, then he is being ridiculous. And this is a common trait amongst guys. I'm sorry, men. Don't hate me, but you guys do get these convoluted fears or worries, especially if they don't feel worthy. And I'm sensing that he does have some self-esteem issues, that he doesn't think that here's what it is. He is totally convinced that if he were to put his heart in his hands and hold it out to you, that you're somehow going to hurt him badly. So he's thinking if he only has one foot in this relationship, he can still step out. So, guys here with us, now Kyle, you are the elf on the shelf right now. So why don't you help us out here? What
I'm hearing here is that, I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago, I've talked about having your peacock feathers in order. And it doesn't just mean what you display. It's a lot about having your life in order. If the guy doesn't have his life in order, he's going to feel insecure, especially in the dating realm, because he's all about, I'll be fine, but then his job may not be all that great. He doesn't drive that great of a car. He's overweight and feels insecure about it. Well, all these other things that add up into what I call your peacock feathers, they're just going to start eating away at his self-esteem. And I'm different. I'm a little different. I'm confident in mostly everything I do. I step 2 feet through instead of just having 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot over here. I don't do that. And to me, that just shows a sign of weakness.
He is really hesitating with her. He cares for her very much, but he's really trying to hold that in check.
Well, if he cares for her and he really wants to go after her, he needs to do it.
I also think if she shows him, now you're very good at this, Lauren. I've observed you in different relationships where you are very affectionate. You like to touch them a lot. When you're making a point, she'll put her hand on their shoulder. Ooh, boy, that got me all excited just thinking about it. She's very, with her body language, she will make them feel comfortable where they almost want to soak it up like they're a sponge.
Here's what happens, okay, Deanna? I think I'm like this. I'm a hairstylist, and I've also always done like customer servicey things. And I think not only do I do this apparently in my relationships, but I think I do this with like everyone. So it makes everyone think that I want a relationship with them. And I don't want to have a relationship with everyone. But,
You're very demonstrative that way.
I do, and I do believe in, like, eye contact and, being genuine. I think it's important for, like, trust. So, this sounds terrible, but, like, during, like, hair and stuff, you want to make sure that when I'm doing someone's hair, I want to make sure that they trust me. Or, of course, when I'm dating somebody, I want to make sure that they, trust me and maintaining eye contact and talking and touching somebody's shoulder to make a point.
So I think she needs to loosen him up a little bit.
Sure.
Not get him drunk or anything like that, but, I mean, if that works.
I'd say having confidence, too.
Yeah.
I think when you're guarded.
He's not a drinker, so.
Well, good for you.
You know what I say? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I say take him clothes shopping. A lot of the time, confidence comes from what the person's wearing. And they don't feel confident about what they're projecting, then they don't feel confident on the inside.
And hold something up in the front of them and say, no, you would look really hot in this.
Exactly.
Or is there a celebrity that he reminds you of?
Oh, not
Hello.
really.
Okay.
Is there a celebrity or anybody that he reminds you of, or he has some sort of trait or something like that? Because guys kind of never get complimented, or just an open compliment,
Exactly.
or just be like,
I get that all.
You remind me just of such and such, or I really love the way you did that. That reminds me of, and make it like someone obviously hot, like the way that you just said that reminds me of Brad Pitt, or the way,
Oh, boy, that's a good, you'll crush it with something like that. Now, we have a lady in the audience who wanted to give her 2 cents.
Hello, lady.
So, I mean, I don't know. Now, Deb's seeing it. It's something that maybe he is thinking about you. But it might also be that he was hurt before.
And indeed.
And that
Indeed.
it makes people very apprehensive to start relationships because they were burned before. So it might not even really have anything to do with you.
But if there wasn't a risk involved, he wouldn't feel that.
Exactly.
So I think it's because he does feel so much for her. It's overwhelming. He thinks, ooh, I'm going to get hurt again. And so he's trying to hold back. But you know what? Love. When there's love, I don't think anybody, I don't think there's a wall strong enough, a mountain high enough. Oh, I feel like I'm going to burst into song here.
Yeah.
But
I'd say also, if it seems like he's taking things seriously,
Yeah.
and maybe he's scared, make sure you're doing fun things where it doesn't seem as heavy or serious, like.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry that the work is going to be on you, hon, but this guy needs to be opened up and to feel that he can trust. So I hope that your heart is as in it as his, because you're going to get him hook, line, and sinker. So make sure that this is truly a guy you want to, well, what would you call it? Kind of spin her magic around?
Yeah, or, just get in an actual relationship with. Make sure you want a relationship with him.
Yes, Deanna?
He definitely is, and he's definitely somebody that I could see myself in a relationship with.
Make him a good pot roast, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Kyle is a chef. And we talked about this on a recent show, how food conveys love and affection.
Yes, definitely. If it's something, or a good marinara. A good marinara takes about 4.5 to 5 hours to make. And the longer you let it sit, the better the flavors come out. If you don't like the person, you put it in for 2 seconds and then it's done. You just open up a can of tomato sauce.
Yeah, Prego.
The Prego. If ever someone came to my house with Prego, I'm showing the door. But if you just make something that came from the heart and it takes a long time to do it, you're good. Now, I was thinking also, I think we're putting like an East Coast type emotional aspect on this for the guy here. He's from Alberta. I don't know if the Alberta men are like New England men, where it's not much they say, it's mostly in how they show and do things. It's never much do they speak of their emotions, it's just, but as they show it in a way. Oh, he's mad, so he's downstairs in the basement building something.
Oh, I see in the cards there is a future for the two of them. She just got to be the one to loosen his screws and get him to trust. And the lady in the audience mentioned about having been hurt. And some men will walk around with this tough bravado, but deep down inside they've got a heart made of jello. And I think he's trying to put razor wire all around there. The trouble is, when it's love, it's love. So we have to move on before we run out of time. But please call us again and let us know how it's going. Okay?
I will, for sure. Thank you very much, and a Merry Christmas to you.
And to you too, hon. And tell that snow, get out of here.
I will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was fun. I love when we help to navigate with someone. But we're now going to move on to Patsy from North Carolina. Yay, Patsy.
She does really good again.
Hello, y'all.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm hanging in there under that black cloud, but I just wanted to say y'all look so wonderful and festive. I love that. And you, Deborah, have a beautiful light that's glowing. Even though you're going through some darkness,
you've got such a beautiful glow of light about you, and that is the light that Daryl left you with.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
And
It has been hard. But
I know it is.
every day, well, I've even seen little moments when he's here talking to me. Or, I have moments where I still break down. But thank you for saying that, because Christmas is hard. But you know what? These shows have been so therapeutic. My little gang here, you folks out there are they're my strongest desire to move forward. So I love this. Thank you all so much. This is my Christmas right here.
We love you.
Oh, and I love all of you. So, Patsy, tell me what I can do for you.
All right. Well, I love you too, but Daryl loved life, and he was a fighter, and he wants you to do the same thing. And you probably get a lot of messages from him too. I know you do.
Just starting to. In the beginning, there were none, and the card showed that he didn't really even believe he had passed over. He was having a real struggle accepting it. Then I saw that he was, we'll say figuratively, at a bar, sitting at a bar with a couple of his deceased Navy friends, and they were having the time of their lives, talking about old times, reconnecting, and it made me realize he's going to be okay on the spirit level. He will be okay.
It's beautiful on the other side. People that we've lost wouldn't come back to have choice. It's so great.
If you read up on it or you meditate on it, it's beautiful, and in a way you can't wait to go.
Right, and that's what keeps me going through the ones that I've lost, knowing that they're having a better time than me where they are.
Yeah.
So, and they're still all around.
Yes, and Lauren, you wanted to say?
Oh, I was just curious if there's anything, how your holidays are going. I know you said you're under a dark cloud. Is there anything we can help you with?
Oh, I take care of my mother full time. She don't do holidays, so we won't talk about holidays. Happy birthday, Jesus. Anyways, I reckon my question is, I need some type of knight in shining armor.
Well, let's see if we can give you a knight in shining armor. I don't know if he'll be exactly in shining armor, but maybe he can be a knight in like a flannel shirt, or, we'll see.
Exactly. I'm not picky. They can be wearing a flannel shirt on a Harley. I don't care.
All right.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that, knight in shining armor?
A knight in shining armor. Well, we want somebody to be, someone to be there and, fight off our other suitors and win, our many suitors.
Don't we sometimes have to be our own knight in shining armor?
Jim, that's a very good point.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I asked. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Well, to me, a knight in shining armor is somebody who makes me laugh, who I can enjoy some moments with.
Well, for you, Patsy, I'm going to make a recommendation here that I normally do not do. But I feel that if you pick the right sites, I think that you should go and make a ton of connections with good, solid, possibly religiously inspired or spiritually inspired men, that you don't have to pick one. You can have them all. And what do you think? I hear somebody behind me going, Just enjoy their attention toward you and put it right in your profile. Not interested in what would be booty calls and what else?
Casual rendezvous.
Yeah.
Looking for friendship only.
Going out to get drunk. Whatever it is that you don't want to attract, put it in there.
Well, the only thing is, years ago, I was on one and I met a weirdo. So that kind of, years ago, I was on a dating site and I met a weirdo, and that kind of did it for me.
Well, there are some that are very good. Now, Lauren, you kind of know a lot about this stuff. The younger generation, you guys go for the Tinders and Grinders and whatevers.
I haven't gone for the grinder before, but
I am not well versed.
But I actually, as far as all that goes, I actually have a lot of friends who are getting married or have already gotten married based on Tinder, because it's kind of what you make out of it. And, it's not, maybe you don't want to go on Tinder, but there are people, and the internet in a way is like a numbers game, because in real life you might meet a weirdo, but you're only going to meet a handful of people in real life.
And you can hit the reject button.
Yep,
Right.
better to reject a weirdo online than to have to reject one in person.
I think it would be a good diversion for you right now as you're going through so much to find that, oh, look, there's another letter. And you don't have to date them, you don't have to marry them or anything, but just because I see that if you broaden your horizons, you're going to bring a really fantastic guy into your life. And you will know, not instantly, but it's going to come through the conversation of him being more interested in her and her situation, being a good guy.
Absolutely.
That I think that you'll weed through them, but it'll just get you through these rough days. I feel that you are in transition. There's going to be a lot of new activity in your life after the first of the year. So you might look forward to that. Right now we're in the process of winding down, tying up all those loose ends, dealing with these emotionally charged holidays and a bit of January. All right, let's get busy now.
Absolutely.
So that's what I am feeling for you. Try that out. I mean, you can't
I'm
lose in a
old-fashioned.
sense.
I'm old-fashioned. I'd rather the universe just give it to me. Well, tonight's a full moon night, so I'm setting new intentions.
Yes, I saw that moon. It's gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Mysterious.
And
I think we've run really short, haven't we? What do we got? Oh boy, we have still others that are on the line, folks.
Okay, well,
I'm trying not to rush through everybody. And Patsy, you have a wonderful Christmas. Try to think positive. God wouldn't bring you this far and just leave you.
Oh,
so we have to have faith. We do.
And I want you to know,
let's work on you for the first of the year. Call in next Friday. We're going to do a show called Christmas Wishes. In other words, did you get what you were wishing for? And we're going to look at New Year's dreams. Find out what is it that you want in 2019 and how attainable is it for you. So that'll be a really good show. Also, what else do we need to... Kyle behind us is a professional chef. He is launching his own venture. It's called Chef on Call. As he gets further along, we're going to actually have him doing a couple minutes here and there, teaching us nifty little ideas to help us.
Tricks and treats.
And he will be able to be hired to come to your home and this kid cooks. I call you a kid because you're so much younger than me, but this young man has a talent that is not anything I've ever seen before.
Well, thank you very much for that there.
And Lauren is our star hairstylist and makeup artist. This girl is so talented. She is amazing. I'm glad to have her with us, and of course all of you. I couldn't do this show if we just sat here and had nothing but dead air. So it really matters. The folks at KCAA mean a lot to us because of how we are part of the family. We've always felt part of the family. This has been such a wonderful gift in my life, and I know you guys enjoy this. You should have seen us dashing. We were racing to get set up for the show.
You were dashing through the snow.
We were dashing. Yeah, thank you.
Over the hills you go, laughing all the way.
So to all of you, hey, just get through it. If it isn't your cup of tea this year with Christmas and New Year's, get through it. Better days are on the other side. If those of you have put your heart and soul into this, remember, take care of yourself. Stress. You don't need to be laid out cold under the Christmas tree after having, gotten no sleep, didn't eat right, drank too much, blah, blah, blah. So take good care of yourself. Whew. And I think we're going to do the same.
Yay!
We got about a minute left, so let's set a really nice intention for everybody within the reach of the show. Those of you who have called in and those of you who are out there listening, this is a full moon. Let's make the most of it. All of you, put everything that you desire out there and watch, listen, wait. The universe will respond in kind.
Definitely.
I want to leave you with the words of my grandmother as we get ready to have the lights put out on us. She always said, to dream is to believe. And once you believe, all things are possible. Thanks so much, everybody. We love ya.